Now we're going to talk about the fundamentals of form. One of the things that you start with is stance. Usually the easiest way to take the correct stance is to lay an arrow having the point headed right towards the target. As you put the point towards the target, then you put your feet parallel to the arrow. When you do this, you have good classic stance. Next, what you will do is you will load the bow. When you load the bow, you put the arrow on the arrow rest, put the nock on the string. Now you're loaded. Next, you will grab the string with your fingers. When you do that, you place all three fingers, these three fingers here, on the string. An easy way to be able to do that is put your fingers about in the middle of the joint area and take a Boy Scout approach. You grab the thumb on top of the pinky and you make a little hook just like this. You can grab the string and keep that straight back as you draw. So you have your tab, you grab the string, don't forget your Boy Scout, then you start to draw. But before you draw, you want to make sure that you slide your hand in the proper position. In order to make sure how to put that hand into the proper position, you imagine your hand as a Y, your thumb and your index finger right down the fatty part of the thumb. That should go into the bow. So when you grab the bow, it should look something like this. Slide your hand in, and here you have a good grip. You notice that your hand, your knuckles here are about 45 degrees from the ground. So now you have a grip, you've got your string, fingers on the string, and now you're ready for a draw. When you draw, you want to make sure that you have everything in place by raising your bow and putting your arm up very high. Imagine your elbow up high, and then you draw. Next, when you draw, you come to an anchor. The anchor will come right under your chin, making sure that your index finger lays right along the jawbone if you can. There's two ways to anchor. One is down the center of the nose and the chin right here. The other is to the side. Many archers like to shoot over to the side just a little bit. But for beginning purposes, it's always a good idea to start and stay with the basics right down the center of your chin. So you grab the string, slide your bow hand in, set up, draw, anchor, then you will aim. You will make sure that your pin is on the bullseye, and then you will release. Once you release, you try to come back and follow through. To follow through, you imagine keeping your bow arm up straight and touching your back shoulder. So let's try it again. You take your stance, then you have your elbow up, you have your preset, then you draw, anchor, aim, and then you will release and follow through. When you release, you just relax your hand and just come back and touch your shoulder. But as you touch your shoulder, make sure that the front part of your bow stays up. So let's start over. You have everything right. You take your stance, you load your bow, you grab the string, put your bow hand into the bow, you raise your bow arm, pre-draw, and then you draw, anchor, aim, release, and follow through. That's your basics of shooting.